feelings, bro?
Oh shit. Oh,
That ain't saying a whole lot.
I heard Chad wants to get his teeth kicked in.
Hell, we can hop on there right now.
How you doing, buddy? Working.
Do you want to hop on there right now? Okay. Oh, small wiener award.
All right, we are live. We are live on YouTube. So if you have background noise, we ask that you simmer it down, please.
I ain't winning. I'm just here so I don't get fined, Chad. But yeah, I'll play you. I'll play you after this or whatever. Well, you're gonna win that award. I said you were gonna win.
I'm gonna win the most white award.
I have a feeling I'm gonna get the most colorful language.
Chad and Michael are gonna be the one most likely to come out being girls.
I was gonna say Port Royal was not a good time for me.
What you on right now, Chad? Oh, it's okay. Hell, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put Madden in. Why not? Who wins out of you and Michael all the time? You?
Alright, here we go. Alright, listen up. If you are listening to my voice in this chat, we ask if you have background noise in your microphone, please turn that down. We ask, take a step further and mute your microphones, please. If you have the stream enabled, I don't want to hear myself. Hello, Frankie. I'll message you. Sorry, I've been a little busy. Haven't been ignoring you. I'll message you. Alright, those of you in our live stream, thank you so much for tuning in to the 2023 Mystic Racing League Awards ceremony. This is something we do at the end of each season. We started last season, but this is our second time, obviously. We're going to do this and give away some awards. As I instructed to everyone here, and I'll let you guys know, no physical awards. This is something that will be new in 2024, but unfortunately not this year. Just obviously something that we'll be better at. But just some recognition here tonight for these drivers that have worked so hard. Mystic Racing League hosts one of the longest schedules in console league gaming. We start late January. Well, in this case, this year, our World of Outlaws season started, I believe, the second year of the calendar, or second week of the calendar year. I think January 8th. And our season just finished just a couple of weeks ago at Phoenix in our NASCAR league, mid-October. So definitely one of the longest schedules out there, and these drivers definitely earn their rights, if you will. So we appreciate all their support, no matter what platform they raced on, whether it was the dirt side, whether it was the asphalt side, or we even got a little open wheel action going on in INDYCAR this season. So all of our champions tonight will be recognized. We'll hear from them. We'll hear from the top 3, top 4, no matter it doesn't matter what series, what division, and we do got some special awards to give away tonight. So it should be a lot of fun. Not everyone will win an award. I want to put that out there, and so there'll be some people that may expect an award and may not get one, and vice versa. You may not be expecting an award. And you may get one, so that's just the cool thing of it. Like I said, we're not here to hurt anyone's feelings. We're not here to say anyone's better than the next guy. It's all about having a good time. So I want everyone in here tonight to have a good time, enjoy yourself, and if we get done at a reasonable amount of time, we all can hop on and do some public lobbies. So or we can make our own lobby. It's just all about having fun. I want everyone tonight to celebrate a good 2023 season. That's what we're here to do. It's kind of like a banquet without the food and without each other's actual company. But that's what we're trying to do here. So our 2023 season, as we mentioned, kicked off way long ago, almost a year ago at this point, way back at Volusia with our dirt season. And it was just a few weeks later that we began our second edition of Speed Weeks at Daytona in the NASCAR League. That was about 45 weeks ago. It seems like it was just yesterday. And while our dirt season had its ups and downs, everything in Mystic Racing League this year had its ups and downs. This season was no short of challenging, probably our most challenging yet. We ran the most races we've ever have in one season, topping the previous record in 2021, set by all those events that we ran in NASCAR in 2021 with all the double headers. For those of you that have stuck around for a while, you remember all those double headers that we ran in 2021. I don't think we'll ever do that again. But it was just an unbelievable year, and the positives, like every season, outweighed the negatives. So we do have some awards we're going to give out here tonight. Don't know where we're going to start at, but yeah, I don't know where we're going to start at. Reading a little comments here, so if I go quiet, I'm not ignoring anyone. NASCAR Extreme, what's going on, my friend? How are you? So let's talk a little bit of World of Outlaws action here. World of Outlaws, I'm probably the last person that you want to hear in the World of Outlaws scene. We'll start from the lowest class all the way to the top. Street Stocks. Street Stocks is my personal favorite, and those of you that was not informed, I couldn't make it to a lot of the races just because, for those of you that don't know, I travel working for NASCAR, not the National Series. I only work a few national races throughout the year, but my schedules got shifted, and I couldn't make it to a lot of the Sunday races, which that's what our World of Outlaws League was scheduled on, Sunday nights. So it ended up being a total washout for me. But with the help of my two good friends, CMS and M. Tucker, and Curdy along the way, can't forget about my man Curdy, the show was able to go on. And yes, our player count dropped a lot, but we was able to race, and that's the main thing. So I would like to give those three a shout out real quick. And throughout the night when we give these awards, don't be afraid to clap, cheer, holler, boo, it doesn't matter. Make these drivers feel good because they worked just as hard as you did, and all of you guys worked harder than I did all year long. You guys like to praise me for my hard work, but without you guys, the racers, Mystic Racing League would not be what it is. So throughout the night, make sure you guys give each other a round of applause, cheer for one another, make each other feel good for these awards. And like I said beforehand tonight, when you get an award, if it's a one that is accompanied with a speech, I'll play the music bit. When that music bit turns off, you may begin your speech. You don't have to give one, and with your speech, make sure it is, you know, it abides by the rules. So with our street stock class, we had a total of 39 drivers, which is really good. 39 drivers, and most of those drivers, as in all the 7 divisions of the World of Outlaws series, ran at the beginning of the year. But we still had a few more come on towards the end of the year with the help of CMS, Curdy, and M. Tucker, trying to get as many people as they could. I was able to make the last race myself. But in its own world, it was CMS and really Yokeman and Curdy who kept that class strong from start to finish. So finishing 5th in that class, we would like to recognize Kime. Kime is not here at the moment. He told me he had plans tonight. So Kime finishing 5th in that class, 15 starts. He did not make all the starts, 15 starts. Did not pick up a win in the street stocks. Finished with 452 points in that class. So Kime finishing 5th tonight. No speeches for the 2nd through 5th. I want to make that clear. No speeches for 2nd through 5th. Only the champions in the World of Outlaws. So Kime, If you're listening out there, which I know you'll go back and watch this, congratulations on your 5th place finish in the World of Outlaws Street Stocks. Finishing 4th with just this really surprised me, coming from a guy that I always knew on asphalt. But, you know, some of you guys may have known him on the dirt side, but I didn't really know him much on the dirt side, always on the asphalt. Finishing 4th with 595 points, 17 starts, obviously a threat every week. It seemed like I was hearing good things about him. Did not pick up a win, however, but still finishing 4th. That was Diligent. Diligent has been a staple in Mystic Racing League for I don't know how many years now. Most people wouldn't look at Diligent as a front runner respectfully, but Diligent has always been there. He's always the guy that says, you know what, I'm going to race. Can I race? You know, he's always a good supporter of Mystic Racing League. We cannot thank him enough. Diligent, a well-deserved 4th place finish in the Street Stock Series, so we can't thank him enough. He had a great season in the Street Stocks, and we hope he comes back again next year. 3rd place finisher in the Street Stock Series with 707 points, only finishing out of that runner-up spot by 7 markers with 18 starts. He had 2 less starts than the 2nd place guy, ran 2 less races. That's pretty impressive, and missed out by 7 points. That was the 2 modified champions and the 2 sprint car champion. That would be Curdy. Curdy finishing 3rd in the Street Stocks, almost got him a runner-up finish, but for the Street Stocks, he'll settle for 3rd. Unbelievable season by Curdy. Curdy, I can't talk about him enough. I didn't know him until this year, and I got a little bit accustomed to him on the street stock side of things, on the dirt side of things rather, and then once he switched to the NASCAR side of things, it's very rare that we see a dirt guy come to the asphalt world, because once the dirt season was over, actually it was before the dirt season was over, it was about halfway through the year, I'd say summertime, he switched to the asphalt side. He was like, whoa man, this is totally different, but he was very disciplined. He made a few mistakes, but we all do, really. But, man, Curdy has really come on strong. Curdy is turning into one of those diverse racers. He reminds me of that Wade guy. Wade, he was always known as a dirt racer, and he has turned into an asphalt racer. When people ask me about Wade, I tell them he's really just an asphalt-first type of racer, but he may disagree, but Wade, there's a reason why Wade is probably one of our best asphalt racers that have ever come through Mystic Racing League. He still runs with us, obviously, but I think of Curdy like I do Wade, and Curdy had a great season in the street stocks, picked him up a few championships, and we'll recognize him here in a little bit. So Curdy finishing 3rd in the street stocks. Congratulations, Curdy. 2nd place in the street stocks, beating out Curdy by 7 points, as we mentioned. That was the driver Yokeman. Yokeman 50 finished 171 points out of that championship battle. 20 starts, did not pick up a win, but Yokeman had a great season. Cannot talk about him enough. He was also one of the true factors that supported the World of Outlaws League. He had a great season, and we hope he returns next year. Yokeman, a great season. So Yokeman, if you're out there listening to this, we cannot thank you enough. I believe I sent you a message myself. So thank you so much for what you've done for Mystic Racing League this year. And we hope to have you back in 2024. Hopefully you have a little bit more competition in 2024, as for all of you guys. And I believe I've said that plenty of times. So congratulations on your runner-up finish. So that's 5th through 2nd in our street stocks. We'll recognize the champion here in a little bit. But let's move forward. We'll pick up the pace here because we do have 6 more divisions to go. 305 sprint cars. Finishing 5th in that division was the driver known for his NASCAR accomplishments. That was Jay Wood. Jay Wood had a stellar season. Only made 9 starts, but he made the most of his 9 starts. I believe the 305 sprint cars was the only one of the dirt divisions rather, that he did not collect a win. But Jay Wood, when people think of Jay Wood, he is very dominant on the NASCAR scene, but he tested his luck in dirt this year. Did not get a win in the 305s, but finished 5th. Pimp Too Fat finishing 4th. And Pimp did pick up 3 wins this year. Pimp, he was one that helped the league grow strong this year. So congratulations, Pimp, finishing 4th. Diligent, we talked about Diligent just a second ago. He did pick up a win in the 305, so Diligent, congratulations to him, finishing 3rd. And 2nd again, Yokeman, it was like he was the bridesmaid this year. Did not collect the championship. but finishing second again, that's just something to build on when you finish second like that. I know it stings because you're the first loser, but you have a lot of notebook to build on for the next season. So Yokeman, congratulations, 17 starts, and he missed out on that championship by just over 200 points, which the way the point system worked, 200 points was not a lot. I don't want everyone to think 200 points he was way behind. So Yokeman, congratulations. And we'll look at the big block modifieds here next. Big block modifieds, fifth was Bubba Gump. Bubba supported us a lot this season. Bubba, I believe he did get a win. Yes, he got one win along with Kibby. Kibby was fourth. I know Kibby fell off there at the later part of the season. Made a few NASCAR starts as well. So Kibby, hopefully Kibby comes back and runs with us next season. We love having Kibby, and hope we see him more often next season. Kibby did get a win. Diligent, there he is again. Diligent third, Yokeman second. Diligent got 2 wins in the big block did I say Yokeman? I meant Diligent. Diligent got 2 wins in the big block modifieds. Yokeman finished second, and all second so far, no wins. So Yokeman, the story of consistency, and so those guys did a fantastic job there in the big block modifieds. As the UMP modifieds, all of them stayed exactly the same. It was Bubba Gump fifth, Kibby was fourth, Diligent third, Yokeman second. And Yokeman got a win in that one. Diligent 0 wins, Kibby 2, and Bubba Gump got 1 win. So those guys did a fantastic job this season. And all these, I forget to tell you how many drivers we had. We had at least 32 or more drivers start. I believe in one class, maybe the super late models and 410s, we had just over 40, but it was an unbelievable season. The 410 sprint cars, Bubba Gump was once again fifth with 4 wins. It's hard to believe he only finished fifth with 4 wins, but he only made 11 starts, so that was almost a 50% winning percentage. So Bubba was definitely a force to be reckoned with. Diligent winless in the 410s, finishing fourth. And PA Posse didn't run much other than the 410s, finishing third. Yokeman again finishing second. I think he finished second in about everything. You know, it didn't really come to me, but now I'm thinking he finished second in about everything, and he went winless in the 410s. So 2 classes to go. I know it's kind of a little boring right now, but we'll pick up the pace here soon. Pro late models and super late models had the same champion. Diligent finishing fifth with a win. Kibby was Kibby was fourth with 2 wins. Yokeman was third with 0 wins, and Curdy was always there. Curdy 1 spot short with 2 wins in the pro late models. Now in the super late models, Kibby was fifth with 4 wins. Diligent fourth. Yokeman third. They both had 0 wins, and Curdy was second with 1 win. So that's how the World of Outlaws looked. So World of Outlaws, like I said, it was an unbelievable season. I cannot talk about my drivers enough, and I know we had a rocky season. We had an unbelievable start to the year. It was booming, and once I just couldn't make all the races, I couldn't put all my time and effort into it. We even had that struggle in NASCAR in the middle of the year. So I take the blame for that, as I've said 100 times before. But these drivers are the reason it kept going, and it shows. I mean, we had almost 40 drivers take a start in all 7 divisions. So at this time, I would like to recognize our 3 champions. We're going to go ahead and get that out of the way. Our 3 champions, if I could... Hold on, I had a malfunction here. If I could get our 2023 World of Outlaws Street Stock Champion, CMS, to take the stage.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Both present here at this amazing facility that we have rented out tonight, and also watching on our live stream. Tonight, I stand before you with a heart full of grit and spite, ignited by the power of perseverance. I want to extend my deepest thanks to Mestic for granting us the opportunity to run the World of Outlaws this year. It's been a journey like no other, filled with triumphs and tribulations. There have shaped us into the champions we are today. As I reflect upon this remarkable season, I'm reminded of the countless hours spent in the garage, pouring our blood, sweat, and tears into the pursuit of greatness. The sleepless nights and the moments of doubt were all part of the learning curve that had propelled us forward. We stand here tonight not only as champions, but as individuals who have grown stronger, both as a team and as individuals. This year has been a record-breaking one for the Cordray Motorsports and myself. We have achieved the most wins in a single season as a team, the most top fives, and the most laps led. We started off with challenges, struggling with unstable internet connection and setbacks, but we overcame those hurdles and hit the ground running, leaving our competitors in awe. There were moments when we faltered, when the car wasn't performing as we desired, and the races slipped through our fingers. I carried the weight of those losses, beating myself up, not delivering the result I knew I was capable of. Yet, amidst those moments, I must acknowledge Wade, who pushed us to our limits and gave us a run for our money. His victory at I-19 was hard fought, and I extend my congratulations to him. But it was not all defeats and setbacks. There were moments of triumphs that deserve recognition. I recall a race at Williams Grove where I secured my first win. It was an emotional victory that restored my faith in myself and of our team. From that point on, we went on to win 10 more races, reaching a career high 11 wins. None of this would have been possible without the willingness support, the unwavering support and dedication of my team and my fans. They have been the backbone and the driving force, and I owe them everything. I am looking forward to the future. I am uncertain of what lies ahead. The pursuit of iRacing that has finally came and gave me the opportunity of a lifetime to run and grow as an individual. I might not be behind the wheel as frequent next year, if not at all. But I will remain at the track, taking on the roles as a race director alongside my friend and competitor, Evan Tucker. I am going to try to keep next season going as smooth and efficiently as this year did, and make sure that any loose ends we had this year get fixed. I want to take a moment to acknowledge the moments that went unnoticed through the season. We faced challenges with a dwindling car count as Mestic got tied up in real life and kind of left us on our own little island. But we persevered, finishing the season with a yet small but decent group of races. Among my favorite races were Kokomo, where I spent the whole race dying in a late model, and I was pretty sure they're going to get the jaws of life out to come get me because I was laughing so hard. And then there was Texas, where I went on to win a race that meant a lot to me. As on that night, August 28th, 2 years ago, I lost a family member to melanoma of the lung. And then there was I-55, where we went and showcased our skills and left the audience in awe as I drove away to about a 3/4 of a track lead over second place, and me and Pimp made the show interesting there at the end. Almost cost me a race and my car, but I still want to take time to congratulate him on his season and let him know that he's welcome back anytime. Of course, there were races that didn't go as planned, such as Port Royal and Weed Sport. But even in those moments, I found the strength to persevere and rise above the obstacles. I will say, if there is an award for the most colorful language during a race, I would undoubtedly be the recipient, just due to the fact that I said, who puts an effing opening after an opening after hitting the wall 9 million times and spinning a lap complaining about it. But those moments of frustration only fueled my determination to succeed. Tonight, I want to dedicate this victory to someone who has been watching over me, guiding my every step of the way. Myrna, this one was for you. Your presence have been felt throughout this journey, and I know you are proud of what we accomplished here this season. In closing, I want to express my heartfelt congratulations to all the competitors, both champions and those who fell short. Your dedication and perseverance and precision have made this season unforgettable and kept this series alive. I hope to see each and every one of you back at the track next year, ready to push the boundaries of what is possible. Thank you all for being a part of this incredible journey. Together we have proven that with determination, resistance, and unwavering support, we can conquer any challenges that come our way. Let's continue to chase our dreams and leave a legacy that will inspire generations to come. Good night, everybody. Have a good one. I'm heading back to my seat to celebrate with my team, who has the champagne cracked at the table already.
Give a round of applause for our 2023 World of Outlaws Street Stock Champion, CMS.
Well done, buddy. Well done, buddy. Well done. And that speech was amazing. Well said.
CMS finished the 2023 World of Outlaws Street Stock season, 23 starts and 11 victories. As we move forward along in our World of Outlaws campaign, we also have 2 more champions to crown. 6 divisions, but 2 more champions. So who got them, you may ask? Well, we'll start on the late model side of things. Very, very competitive racing. Before I had to venture off and do big boy things, man, oh man, it was some of the best racing you could get anywhere. We had photo finishes, 3 wide battles, crossovers, you name it. But before I left, this guy was just starting to turn the head and get to where he needed to be. Well, I come back and he's won about half the races. But you couldn't find a guy hotter on the scene than this gentleman right here. He won both late model titles, the Pro Late Models and the Super Late Models. And the Pro Late Models, 4 wins in 17 races. And the Super Late Models, 9 wins in 20 races. A total of 37 starts and 13 wins. Everyone, please welcome to the stage M. Tucker Jr. 89, your 2023 Pro and Super Late Model Champion in the World of Outlaws.
Well done, buddy. Well done. Well deserved.
Ladies and gentlemen, wow, for my rookie season, it's been a amazing year. First, I would like to thank the guys over at Extreme Dirt. I mean, these guys practice with me day in, day out, week in, week out, pushing me to be the best I can be for every single race. I want to thank my race team, Tucker Motorsports, for all the dedication and hard work. I want to thank my beautiful wife-to-be for the support she's shown and given me. The most memorable race that comes to mind was at Kokomo Speedway. Thought I had to call the ambulance for CMS. This year, I'm looking forward to see what next season holds. But as some of y'all may have noticed, as the season went on, I changed the paint scheme on my cars. Back in September, I lost my grandfather from liver failure. 2 days after my grandfather's funeral, my dad winds up in the hospital. So the paint scheme on my cars now that I finished the season with is actually my dad's racing colors. So I dedicate this season to my dad, my grandfather, and my family. And I just really don't have the words to describe what this means to me. And I'm really excited for next season. I'll be coming back to defend my title. And I can't thank CMS for guiding me on how to run shows and all. Curdy, these guys have been great. And I thank you, Mystic, for everything you've done for this league and for giving me the chance to show that I can run with some of the best of the best. And I'm going to go do the same thing CMS has done. I'm going to go celebrate. Thank y'all, everybody.
Let's give it up for 2023 World of Outlaws
Well done, Chris.
Super and Pro Late
Love
Model
you, buddy.
Champion, Michael Tucker. That's how much it means to these people. But we're not done yet. We have one more World of Outlaws champion to crown. This driver got the most hardware. This driver made 68 starts in just the 4 championships he claimed, the 4 divisions he won. That would be in the 305 sprint cars, where he started 17 times. Got 3 wins. Not too bad. The big block modifieds, 4 wins in 15 starts. The UMP Modifieds, 3 wins in 15 starts, and the 410 Sprint Cars, 3 wins in 21 starts. A total of 13 wins in 68 starts. This driver, if he didn't win the championship, he either finished second or third. Very, very close to winning, about 5 or 6. He was there about every race. He was there competing for a win, competing for seconds, competing for thirds. Had an average finish inside the top 5 in every single division. Inside the top 3 in 6 of the 7 divisions. This driver had the highest average finish of any full-time World of Outlaws driver in 2023. There's a reason he won the most championships. It's because he was the most determined. He has since switched to the NASCAR scene. He said he's not hanging up the dirt side yet, but he did say he was going to be more focused on the asphalt side of things in 2024. Only few drivers have been able to show strength on both dirt and asphalt in Mystic Racing League history. So, ladies and gentlemen, I bring to the stage the 2023 World of Outlaws 305 Sprint Car Champion, 410 Sprint Car Champion, Big Block Modified Champion, and UMP Modified Champion, and a bonus. With all 4 of these championships, he now moves into a tie for first all-time with 4 championships. He ties the league owner, S4G Mystic, with 4 championships all-time in the record books. With a 5th championship, he will be holding the all-time spot. So be on the lookout for that. So I bring, without further ado, Curdy to the stage.
Hello, Curdy.
Well, thank you, Mystic. Thank you, drivers. All the drivers. What an amazing year it was. Unbelievable races. I wish you could have seen them, Mystic. Unbelievable races. Finishes. Just so much fun. Diligent, shout out to you. Every time I turned around, he was next to me, especially in the NASCAR series. Nice racing with you. Yolkman, all you guys. It's so much fun. CMS, congratulations. Tucker, man, we had some races. And, you know, they keep talking about Kokomo. They don't tell you what happened at Kokomo. On the last lap, I was fighting for second place with M. Tucker, and CMS hit a tire like 8 laps down and took me out. That's what happened at Kokomo. Yeah, they failed to tell you that. That's the part they had to cut him out of the car. Yeah, anyway, a lot of fun. Thanks, everybody. Again, there was a lot of guys that didn't show up, and there was a lot of guys that were a lot faster than me. I was just consistent. I was there. I put in the time, a lot of time. So, I mean, I was doing every division, and then I switched over to NASCAR and was doing every division for that. So it was a lot. We actually had to back me off for a little while. Anyway, again, thanks, Mystic. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. It was a lot of fun. I can't wait for next year. I'm not going to put in every division. I'm going to focus on a select few, but I'm definitely going to be here all year next year. Again, thanks, everybody, and we'll look forward to seeing you next year.
Let's give a round of applause for our 305 Sprint Car, 410 Sprint Car, Big Block Modified, and UMP Modified champion, Curdy.
Good job, man.
And a special bonus, give one more round of applause to all 3 of our World of Outlaws champions. Thank you guys for an incredible year. As always, you're more than welcome to stay just in case you may get an extra award, but if not, thank you guys so much for an incredible year. You guys are awesome. Truly mean it. As we move forward with tonight's program, let's move to the INDYCAR side of things. INDYCAR was an incredible year. It was, I don't know how to describe this year really. It was just up, down, all around, you'd say. The third campaign in INDYCAR's history, as we did not race in 2020. The INDYCAR series started in 2021, or 2021. So it was the third year in the INDYCAR series. For those of you that don't know what we run INDYCAR on, we run INDYCAR on Project Cars 2. Not 3, Project Cars 2. And I know that game's not available on the PlayStation Store. They removed it from the PlayStation Store for whatever reason. You can still get the game on disc if you go out and buy it on disc. If you'd like to join us, it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's a whole different style of racing. It is a lot of fun. But, man, what a year that we had. It was probably the most competitive that we've had. We ran, I believe, 5 or 6 new tracks. We had a whole different style of racing. We had a lot of tempers, flair, but at the end, it all came full circle. But we ran the most races that we've ever ran with, I believe, 25 races, 26 actually, 26 races. But you couldn't get a better group of people that we had on INDYCAR. So let's look back, shall we? We had the second most all-time drivers run with us in an INDYCAR season with 28. We had a good hand of drivers run with us full-time. By full-time, I mean the majority of the races. Nobody actually ran the majority of the races this season. The most was Mystic with 24. We had the most winners in the season, in any season. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 winners. Can you believe that? 12 winners in 26 races. That means we had a new winner every other race, almost. That's never happened. I believe the previous best was about 7. So, I would like to give a shout out to, we had drivers like Diligent. Diligent finished the highest that he's ever finished in INDYCAR season point standings. Diligent had an incredible year. He broke about a lot of his records, finishing 5th with 413 points. JW, I know JW didn't have the year that he wanted. I know JW's supposed to be listening to the stream. JW had a rocky year. He was really, really looking forward to this year. He was going into it gung-ho, but it just didn't work out for him. But JW still had a really good year. We always appreciate JW. JW is still uncertain about his plans for 2024, but finishing 4th, nothing to be down about. JW 4th with 620 points. Still didn't end that win drought. He'll have to wait till the next one to see if he can break that streak. Well, let's talk about this third place guy. This third place guy. New to the scene. Wasn't there for the start of the season. Came on after a few races. And, man, did he catch fire. He was a feisty guy. Feisty. Had to be sat out for a few races. And about a month later, he came back to the scene. And he was like a whole different guy. Very, very tame. Still had that fire in him to win. And after many, many, many races of bad luck, he finally got that first win out of the way. And once he got that first one, here comes the second one. Here comes the third one. And he got hot there with about 5 races to go, 6 races to go. He got hot, winning them over and over again. He won about 3 in a row, 4 in a row at some point. But you couldn't stop him. And he was very determined. He had a mathematical shot to come back and win the championship, but he couldn't attend 2 or 3 races there at the end, and that's what set him back to 3rd in the points. So I'll go ahead and get this award out of the way because it wasn't no close contest this year, and he won this award hands down. So please join me in awarding our 2023 Firestone INDYCAR Rookie of the Year, finishing 3rd in the standings, to Kluka.
All right, you guys can hear me, right?
We can hear you. Make sure your voice is enabled for the stream. That's all we care about.
All right. Yep, it is. All right. I mean, I wasn't expecting to be here tonight, but apparently I am. So yeah, I mean, I didn't think I'd get Rookie of the Year at the end of the season. I mean, goal going into the season was just really a big development year, and the fact we pulled off what we did was crazy. Kind of sucks we didn't get P2, but I mean P3 in points, that's pretty good. Thanks for all the Penske guys. I mean, we were so dominant over that stretch. I mean, I can't thank them. Can't thank Mystic for allowing me back into the league to begin with. I would have never been here if he didn't allow me back into the league halfway through. So, I mean, yeah.
So that's Kluka, Rookie of the Year. One more time for Kluka, our 2023 INDYCAR Firestone Rookie of the Year. Congratulations, Kluka. Kluka ends the season with 5 wins, the second highest of 2023. He did break the record for all-time, well, actually second all-time, I apologize, second all-time most poles in one season with 8. He did get the most in 2023, though, with 8 poles, and second most stage wins in 2023 behind Mystic with 16 stage wins. So Kluka had himself a year as a rookie, so an incredible year. Unbelievable year by Kluka, finishing 3rd in the standings. We'll move up to the second place guy. Second place guy is just, it's like a habit for him at this point. He finished 2nd in 2021. He finished 2nd in a tiebreaker in 2022. He literally tied, didn't lose by 1 point. He literally tied in 2022. If you have not seen that race, you have to go back and watch it. That was probably the race of the year. Race of Mystic Racing League history, if you will, at least the finish. But this driver finished 2nd once again. If you go and ask him, he'll probably tell you it was the worst season that he's ever had in Mystic Racing League history in terms of INDYCAR. And statistically, it was. What we thought he was going to go the whole year winless, he finally won a race with 2 races to go, and that was the only win he had. He went from having a 4+ win season to only 1, but still finished 2nd in the points. 9 stage wins, 3 pole positions, 2nd as we mentioned in the standings. I don't believe he's here tonight as he had plans, but everyone still give it up for 2nd place for the 3rd straight season. It is, you know him well, Kime time.
Yeah, congratulations. Yeah, boy.
Trey, do you have a copy? It's alright, don't worry about it. And now to our champion. And not his best season in INDYCAR history. He had to work for this one with the battles between him and Kluka, him and Wade, even though Wade wasn't running full time. It was a rough stretch at the middle of the year. He had his longest winless streak in INDYCAR history, about 4 months without a win. But he was still putting up solid finishes of 2nds, 3rds, consistently on a regular basis. The most points ever scored in INDYCAR history with 1,019 points. He won the championship by 251 points, the 2nd highest margin of all time throughout the 3 years. Made 24 out of 26 starts, 2 poles, 7 wins, surpassing 35 total wins in INDYCAR history through 3 seasons, collecting at the time his 3rd championship, all INDYCAR championships, 3rd straight INDYCAR championship, and a record high and season high 18 stage wins, and another dominant INDYCAR season. There's a reason they call him the INDYCAR King. This may sound a little cringy, but please join me in welcoming the league owner, our 2023 INDYCAR champion, S4G Mystic, to the stand.
Congratulations. Woo. Nicely done.
I knew at some point I was going to have to bring myself up to the stage. But in all seriousness, I don't say the INDYCAR season is my favorite just because I've won 3 straight championships. I genuinely have the most fun racing the INDYCAR. I really can't explain why. I think even if I finished 5th every week, I'd have a lot of fun. But, you know, I'd like to thank everyone that raced with me all year long. I know it's a real struggle getting a lot of people to run INDYCAR. That's why I mentioned a while ago, if you guys are able to buy Project Cars 2, I know it's hard for some of you because it's not on the PlayStation Store. If you could go out, I mean, it's probably $15, $20 at the most. If you could go out and buy Project Cars 2 at your local game store, GameStop, whatever you have, come race with us in 2024. It's a ton of fun. But as for this season, I mean, it was a very competitive season. I know people are going to look at the points differential there at the end and think it wasn't, but I'd say Kaluka, he ran me really, really hard. That kid has a lot of talent. I cannot thank him for racing me hard, racing me clean. I know Wade and I had a few moments, but I mean, it's just hard racing. I love racing with those guys. JW, I love having him. I know he gets heated. We get heated a few times, but I mean, I love having him race with us. I really do. 3rd straight championship in INDYCAR. I mean, I'm glad I found something I'm good at, right? But the guys brought me a really good car every week, and we was able to do what we do. 7 wins, can't be down about that. I know we have the most wins in INDYCAR history, but next season looks very good. We're going to go back and try to win 4. So that is our INDYCAR top 3. INDYCAR season. Once again, we run INDYCAR on Project Cars 2. Not Project Cars 3, not the original Project Cars 2. The only way you can purchase that is on the disc version, not the digital version, the disc version. So all of you guys wanting to join us, it is a ton of fun. I'm telling you now, it is a lot of fun. We run it on Wednesday nights. So come race with us in 2024. I believe our season begins in March. I think that's what the schedule said, March. So come join us for more information. You can ask me. But let's get into some good stuff, shall we? We got the World of Outlaws stuff out of the way. Got the INDYCAR stuff out of the way. We're not going to go straight into the NASCAR champions, because that wouldn't be fun, right? Who wants to know who won most popular driver? Because somebody in here won it. Okay. We'll wait for that one for later. That's going to be the good stuff, right? Let's talk about rivalries. Good old rivalries. This year, just like every year, had their fair share of rivalries. We could go on and on and on and on and on until the sun comes up about talking about rivalries. We've had plenty of Mystic Racing League moments before most of you guys were even part of the league. And this year, no exception. We had rivalries, you know, in the NASCAR League. I know that's a lot of them where they generate, considering the season's so long. We had a lot of them in the Dirt League from when I was there. A lot of tension was boiling. And even INDYCAR. I know Kaluka was a part of most of those. So, how do you narrow it down to just the main rivalry? Does it go drivers arguing? Does it go hardest 2 drivers racing every single week? What determines a rivalry? Well, I'll just say it. Here's the top 5 nominees for Best Rivalry of 2023. On the INDYCAR side of things, this is in no particular order, by the way. This is just nominees. We're at the Grammys. All right, nominee number 1 in the INDYCAR side of things, we have S4G Mystic and Kluka. Nominee number 2, we have Gunner and Kime. Nominee number 3, we have Gunner and Wade. Nominee number 4, we have Wade and Wide Open. All 3 of those past ones are on NASCAR. This one's on NASCAR as well. And the final nominee for Rival of the Year is Story Square and Wide Open. I'll ask you guys, which one do you say? Say it out loud. Which rivalry do you think won? Come on, talk. You guys always want to talk. Come on.
Story Wide Open.
Yeah.
Well, since everyone wants to be quiet, I guess we'll go home. All right.
Quiet. I'm just drunk, passed out on my table.
All right. Our 2023 Best Rivalry of the Year in Mystic Racing League is Story Square and Wide Open.
Yay!
Congratulations, guys. This award is not accompanied by a speech, but congratulations. You got the Best Rivalry of the Year. Wide Open is not here to accept this award with you, Story, probably because he's your rival. But congratulations, guys. I thought throwing in that award would be really, really cool. Not the time, Chad. Alright. I thought you guys would like that one. Alrighty, moving on. Here at Mystic Racing League, we have all sorts of drivers. We have all sorts of personalities. We have fun lifting personalities. We have some drivers that are kind of bland. You guys could probably think of a few that off the top of your head, but that's not saying anything bad about anyone. That's good. If everyone acted the same, it wouldn't be so fun, right? We have some that are short-tempered. I'm that way sometimes. Sometimes I'll get into a chat, and some of you guys can instantly tell when I've had a bad day. But that's just the way it goes. But what's it mean to have a good personality? It means that everyone comes to you. It means when you're in need of maybe a setup, maybe a word of advice, maybe to lift the party up, other than just me. If I'm the one that always has to do anything, maybe sometimes I need somebody else's word. If Mystic, because you know sometimes if I go quiet, that doesn't necessarily mean good things. And somebody else, maybe they need to have a word. Other than that, and it doesn't have to just be on race days. If you're in a chat with someone, if they're always in a good mood, that's a good personality to have. Somebody that's rarely ever down. Okay? So, what's it mean to have a good personality? Well, there's many drivers, many characters that could win Best Personality of the Year. I could think of a few, but it only takes one. And I'm sure this award could get passed around. But this year, one driver stood out. This driver may have not been full-time, but when he was here, he always had a bright mood. And I'm not saying he had a bright mood every race. None of us have a bright mood every single race. Not when you see the same people every week for 40 straight weeks. It's like going to school. Are you going to enjoy seeing the same people every day for 50 straight weeks? No. So, there's one driver that stood out a little bit more than the rest. And I have to say, the winner of 2023 Best Personality of the Year goes to Trey.
Boy, Trey. Yes, sir. Nice job, buddy. Absolutely.
HT3. Do we have a copy on Trey? I don't think we have a copy on Trey, do we? He's not even in the chat. So Trey is not here at the time. Trey, if you're watching, congratulations on your award. Best Personality of the Year goes to Trey. So if you see him, congratulate him. Trey did a fantastic job. Trey has been one of my wingmen all year long. He's helped me out a lot. So thank you so much, Trey. And it takes a good personality, even when you're not in a good mood, to make things go smooth. So thank you so much, Trey. So, let's talk about drivers that were up and coming. On the NASCAR side of things, there was many drivers that were up and coming. You have drivers such as our champion, Story Square. You have drivers such as Ron. You have drivers such as Grimm. A lot of people sleep on my man Grimm, and I could go on and on. But who are some surprises? I think a lot of you guys surprise yourself in many different ways. I surprise myself, but is it really in good ways? Not really. But there's many surprises. But what does it take to be a big surprise? To take that leap to the next level? Because if you're going to run with Mystic Racing League, especially in the NASCAR side of things, you got to be on your A game. And if you ain't going to take my word for it, show up to a race. That's all I'm going to say. Show up to a race. But who took the biggest surprise this year? Well, this driver that earned this biggest surprise award of 2023 in 2022. He ran all 3 series, but only finished 10th in one of the 3 series in the final standings. And in that one series, he finished 10th. And the other 2, it was 11th in the Xfinity and 12th in the truck. And all 3 series combined, he had 1 win total. In 2023, he finished 5th in the truck standings, 7th in Xfinity standings, and 6th in the Cup standings. A total of 8 wins at the conclusion of 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, he is not here to accept his award, but our 2023 biggest surprise goes to Ron Burgundy.
There you go, Ron. Well deserved.
Congratulations, Ron, if you're listening to this. You're really pushing it, Di, aren't you? Thank you. And I would like to add a part 2 to that with our next award. What's it take to be dominant? We've seen many dominant performances, but we see less dominant performances today. I hear just a few people tell me every once in a while, why does that guy win so much? What guy? No guy wins any more than the other. And not in this league anymore. So, Gunner, because nobody's talking but me. just letting you know. But back to what I was saying. What's it take to be dominant? This season was the most competitive season in Mystic Racing League history since the inception season in 2020. The winning margin from the guy with the most wins, the percentage was very, very close. I know you could look at our NASCAR seasons. I know Wide Open won a lot of races in 2022. Jay Wood won a lot in 21. But that's not the factor anymore. That's not a lot. And they do win a little bit more than the next guy. I know CMS won a lot in straight stocks. But then again, you could use the excuse there wasn't a ton of people there. NASCAR, it's not like that. There's people there that you have to beat. And I think CMS and Tucker and Curdy would agree that if people were there, they wouldn't have won many races. They still probably could have won those championships, but winning those races is a little tougher when you have a lot of people. I think respectfully they would agree. But still, what's it take to put on a dominant performance? What's it take to lead almost every lap in a Mystic Racing League race, which granted that has never been done before, but what's it take to just flat out whoop someone? Well, this season we saw a handful of them. And a handful, that's not a lot when you run this many races a year. But we saw a lot. And to pick out one award from a few dominant performances is still tough. But one stood out. And when we go to this track, which is only 1 points paying time a year, it's very tough to go against it. Because this driver has never ran a full-time schedule with us unless it was the Dirt Late Models years ago. But when the Truck Series always comes to town, he's always there. And this season there was 2 races at this track. He won them both. But that 1 points paying race, he put it on them. Leading a race high 142 of 150 laps. En route to his only truck win of the season at his favorite place, at Eldora. If you haven't called it now, I'm talking about NASCAR Extreme winning at Eldora on April 11th. He wins the 2023 Most Dominant Performance Award. Give it up.
Way to go, David.
Congratulations, NASCAR Extreme. He is not here at the moment to accept his award. We do have Trey here, though. Trey, do you have a copy, sir? I don't think his microphone's enabled, so we'll keep going. When you dominate, usually it's followed by a celebration. Some drivers' celebrations are bigger than others. Some drivers, it's just another race. It goes back to what I said way back. Some of you guys take it a little bit more serious than others. I've seen some of you guys dress up in fire suits, gloves, a helmet, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's all about dedication. But when it comes to winning a race, how serious are you? What's your celebration like? For some drivers that win often, like a Wide Open, like a Story Square, you know, you kind of get accustomed to it. But if it's your first time winning in 2 years, what's the celebration going to be like? How excited are you going to be? With this driver, I think he topped all celebrations. It about made everybody cry. It's unlike a celebration that we've seen, well, 2 years, yeah, 2 years prior at the same track, Talladega. And man, oh man, was it a time. Crossing the line first with the pack full behind you, all he could do was scream. And that joy could light up a whole city. And that's what we love at Mystic Racing League. We love that raw emotion, that pure emotion. There's nothing wrong with being quiet, but that pure emotion, that's what we live for. We live to have fun. We live for that raw emotion, those tears, that hard work when it pays off. I'm proud to present the 2023 Best Celebration Award to the young man who won the NASCAR Truck Series event at Talladega on April 11th, his second career win in Mystic Racing League, to Chad Allen.
Yay. Nice job, Chad.
You can talk, Chad, if you like.
What award did Chad get? Oh! Congratulations, Chad. I came back just for you to win that award.
That's a good thing, right? All right, y'all get up for Chad 2023 Best Celebration.
Nice job, Chad.
Boo.
So, up next, this driver. A very hard-working driver. Man, this driver works so hard. Probably one of the hardest working drivers I personally know. Is his luck always good? No. But man, he would do anything for his luck to pay off. He would give the shirt off of his back to somebody else. He's had a lot of stuff not go his way, but that train is slowly starting to get on the right track. A championship appearance in 2020, and he tasted what it's like this past year. He's going into 2024 with a brand new plan, a brand new mindset, a brand new head on his shoulders. And he's going after what he's wanted to go after since he started. Possibly the hardest worker in Mystic Racing League. He doesn't get the recognition he deserves, but man, he will help every single person that comes through the door before himself. And that's why he is the winner of the 2023 Sportsmanship Award, Jim Sturdivant.
Oh, wow.
Let's go, Sturdy! Woo,
Hey, thank you very much. Listen, there's a list of people I want to thank. Sorry. there's a list of people I want to thank. First and foremost, my fiance Stacy, who gives me the opportunity to practice all this crazy time I put into practice, and she's very, very supportive, and hell, she even picks out my car colors for me, so I can't really complain about anything that woman does. She's an absolute angel. I'd like to thank Mystic for, one, giving me the opportunity to be a part of this. There is always something you can do to help somebody out. You can always give a kind word. You never know what somebody else is going through in their daily lives. And the things that you go through in your life shape the way you handle other people's problems. I'm an empath. That's just the way I am. I'm very, very, I like to feel what somebody else is feeling so I understand. And it seems to help. And this league has been an absolute rock for me. When I went through my divorce, I wasn't quite sure if I did the right thing, because when you're married and you're unhappy, the only thing you can think about is leaving and making things better for yourself. Well, you don't understand that when you do that, you eliminate everything that you've had, and you're basically starting from scratch. And there was a lot of nights that I spent talking to Mystic in the dark because I didn't have internet, and he was able to stream killing zombies, and we spent a lot of time listening to that and watching it, and it helped me to grow as a person, to know what a good person he is. And that's what I kind of have tried to emulate and move forward in the league with. There is, like I said, every time you meet someone, it doesn't matter whether you're racing, whether you're just talking, there's always an opportunity to make yourself and them better by talking and getting your problems out, maybe getting a question. There's always a communication that you can have. And as far as my turnaround, that has the same thing to do with this league. This league has done nothing but been a positive influence in my life, and has absolutely been the only thing for a while that, and let's be honest, kept me alive, because I really didn't think there was any point. And I grew to love racing on here, and I grew up loving racing. Racing was part of my life. The USAC and the ASA Tour and the Hooters Tour. I spent a lot of time on the road with my parents, going to DuQuoin, Illinois, to the Mile in Milwaukee. And this right here, fellas, is my dream. I grew up as a race car kid. I loved it. Every time I smell racing fuel, it just makes my heart skip a beat. I absolutely adore it. Been a sucker for fast cars and fast women, and I never caught either one. So the best part of my life has been being a part of a racing family, and I consider you all part of my racing family. Sometimes dysfunctional, but always genuine. Doesn't matter if they think you're an ass from 1 minute to the next. They're going to be genuine and tell you you're an ass. So if you want to learn something and grow, I think this is the place to be. Thank you all very, very, very much. I'm very flattered and honored.
Let's give it up for Jim Sturdivant, Sportsmanship Award of 2023.
Wow, unexpected, to say the least.
Good job, Sturd.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, let's move forward here. There was many races that we could have selected for race of the year. We had many INDYCAR finishes. We had I don't know how many NASCAR races that we could have selected. We had the Eldora Dirt Derby, which I think was an absolute barn burner again. But I think we would be cutting you short if we didn't put some lights over that championship finale at Phoenix for the Cup Series. When you have all four drivers that are fighting and screaming and clawing and just going at it with, I mean, they was all going at it with 10 laps to go, but they all led within the last 2 to 3 laps. If you have not watched that race, you have to go back and watch it. I don't think we'll ever see another championship fight like that. All four of them were absolutely glued to one another. It was something to see that your eyes, you have to watch it to believe it. So I'm proud to say our 2023 Mystic Racing League Race of the Year goes to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship finale at Phoenix Raceway between Trey, Jay Wood, Adam, and Story Square.
Nice job, fellas. That was a lot of fun to watch.
Congratulations to you four for putting on a show that will be very, very hard to beat.
Yay.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
just know I'm
moving-
probably going to be in the infield in Daytona, so.
Moving forward. Most valuable driver. Most valuable driver. Whoever's got the static, please mute your microphone. Alright, most valuable driver award. This driver is not necessarily the driver with the most wins. The most poles, the most stage wins. It doesn't go to that driver. Okay? We look at this driver a little differently than they may in real life. This driver is what the Hey Trey, we can hear you.
Oh,
You're good. Just mute yourself. This driver is what the title of the award says. Valuable. Who is valuable to the league? Some may think it's a long-term award, and that it is. So, this driver that earned this award this year ran NASCAR, of course, ran a few INDYCAR, had a few World of Outlaws starts. But this driver has meant a lot to Mystic Racing League, and he will be taking on a little bit bigger role in the future, but we couldn't ask him to do much more than what he is already. He's done a lot for Mystic Racing League, and it started a lot with this year. I personally can't thank him enough, and I know a lot of people, even though you don't see it on a regular basis, I know they appreciate his work ethic as well. He had 11 total wins this year. Not his best season, he'll agree. 9 from NASCAR, 1 INDYCAR win, 1 World of Outlaw win. And the best series of his was the NASCAR Truck Series, which he finished second in the final standings. Our 2023 Mystic Racing League Most Valuable Driver goes to Kime Time.
Attaboy, Kime. That's right on the button.
Well, Mystic, thank you for the award. And thanks for everybody's race with. You know, we had a lot of good races out there. Wish I would have finished 1 position better or 2 laps better at Phoenix on my tires. But we can only do what we can.
Short and sweet, huh?
Oh yeah, just short and sweet. I mean, can't name all the drivers to thank. It just pretty much any of them that's been my teammates and everything, and everyone that's worked with you all through the year. So you know, it's not just one. It takes multiple people to succeed in it.
Y'all give it up for Kime, 2023 Mystic Racing League Most Valuable Driver.
Nice job, buddy.
There you go. I take it back. I will not thank Chad.
Alright, let's get into some more champions, shall we? Our NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, in the 4th year, proved why they continue to be the most competitive series in Mystic Racing League. Through 26 races, we had many different winners, many stage winners, and a few surprises here and there, which with the truck series and the short races, the fierce competition, it just doesn't get any better than the trucks. Some people look at the Cup as the cream of the crop. The truck series, it's where the beating and banging happens, it's where the aggression, the tempers, everything unfolds. at the end of the season rather, we had, well, in a sophomore season, you could probably call this guy a veteran already, Wide Open. Wide Open had a stellar season. Unbelievable campaign in 2023. Once again, collecting 4 wins in 23 starts. But he did not attend the championship race. And Mystic Racing League made the decision not to fill that championship 4 spots. So Wide Open did finish 4th in the standings. Wide Open finishes with 4 wins, 4 poles, 13 stage wins, and 27 playoff points. The 4 wins is his lowest career win amount in any NASCAR series of all time. But he did make it to his 4th straight championship 4 appearance. So he did have a great season. Congratulations, Wide Open. Our 3rd place driver in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, the driver of the number 51 Mystic Racing League CEO, who topped off a career high 3 wins, 3 poles, 4 stage wins, and 12 playoff points, had a setup error in the championship finale at Phoenix that took him out of contention for the championship, but still, nonetheless, you cannot look behind a stellar season that the 51 team had. So please join me in welcoming the 3rd place finisher in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series season, S4G Mystic.
Woohoo! Well done. Well done.
Good evening. Yeah, it was a yeah, tastic. It was a great year. Still stings a little bit at Phoenix, from the whole setup deal, but nonetheless, we had an unbelievable season in the trucks. From starting out winning at Daytona and a heck of a finish there with Wade and Kime, and it was just a great battle. I knew when you can always win that first race at Daytona, it doesn't matter if it's trucks or cup, you probably know you're going to have a good season, because Daytona, I mean, any super speedway is a hard race to win, but the first one is really special because you can get the weight off your shoulders and you're locked in. But then winning at Martinsville 2 weeks later, 2 out of the first 3, it's just come out of the gates hot. Probably should have had a few more, to be honest, but the guys, they did a great job all year long, and I just wish we could add that championship. I felt like we really practiced hard at Phoenix. We had a really good truck, but no, I mean, some things aren't meant to be, and that was just one of them for us. But we're going to come back this season, 2024, and we're going to be a little bit better. We're going to try to have a few more wins and less mistakes. But yeah, I'd like to congratulate Story on his championship. He had a heck of a year, man. That kid, he's really good. So, but yeah, we'll take 3rd this year and try to be 2 spots better in 24. Finishing 2nd in the 2023 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series title fight, this driver had a up and down year. He said from the get-go, the Truck Series is the one I'm going after, and he made it all the way to the final round. And man, was he probably the favorite, if not second, entering that race, considering Phoenix is really a strong track for him. While he fought himself all the way to the front, battling with championship rival Story Square, Phoenix is known for tire issues, and man, did that come into play late in the race. There was some beating and banging and roughing going on, but tires, they got the best of him there at the end once Story Square got around him, and he had to settle for P2. But nonetheless, a great season for the driver of the number 21 with 4 wins, 1 pole position, 3 stage wins, and 14 playoff points. Please welcome the driver, the number 21 from Muskogee, Oklahoma. It's Con time.
Just gotta thank Well, I just gotta thank my truck teammates. You know, Phoenix, he always spent a whole lot of time on, you know, some of his setups and everything, and I ran quite a few of them and made a few changes, but I mean, the trucks were just really solid all year. Regretfully, just something went wrong on that last race where the right rear, it just wouldn't stick on the tires, and that last caution came out the absolute worst time for me, and we finished up just a lap short of bringing home a checkered. I don't know if I made a mistake, just didn't drive hard enough. Maybe if I drove harder, maybe the right rear would have stuck a little more, but we just ended up a little short and had to finish behind Story, which Story was a great competitor all year, and he's a deserving champ, but I just wanted that truck championship to get that final on the NASCAR and get that final manufacturer, that Chevy championship.
One more time, give it up for the runner-up in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series season. Con time.
Hey, wait, Con, where you go, buddy? Damn.
Now we look at the Xfinity Series season. Through 32 races, 9 different winners. And wow, what a season it was. Yes, it probably didn't have the most action at times, but man, did it deliver when the time struck midnight. Yes, there was some late changes with the playoffs and everything, but the fans come to see what the fans want to see. Finishing 4th, a driver that made a championship appearance 2 years ago. He was back in the mix, but once again fell short. But it wasn't from lack of effort. Although he went winless on the season, but he wasn't the only winless driver in the championship 4. 0 wins, 1 pole, 2 stage wins equaling 2 playoff points. The driver, the number 19, he's not here tonight to accept his award. Man, he had a rocky season, but he did make it all the way to the final round. Something to build on for 2024. Please welcome Gunner. Y'all can clap, it's not a crime.
Nice job, Story. In the Story, you said that?
Gunner.
Gunner, my bad. I'm behind.
That's why nobody cheered.
Finishing 3rd, the only rookie who made the playoffs in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. This driver was faced with many obstacles. As soon as he won the ARCA Series title, he jumped right in, and man, did he take flight. Winning almost immediately within the first month and a half. It was like it was meant to be. Finishing just 2 spots short, 7 points out of a championship, 28 starts, got 3 wins in the Xfinity Series, 1 pole position, and a total of 12 playoff points. The highest rookie of the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Man, what a season. Although he wanted that championship, you have obviously a lot to celebrate. Please welcome the 3rd place finisher in the 2023 NASCAR Xfinity Series season, Adam Dabbs.
Way, Adam. Congratulations, man.
Good,
nice
Adam.
job.
Adam, I will go ahead and recommend don't use all of your speech right now. But keep it short and sweet right now. Give it up one more time with Adam Dabbs finishing third in the Xfinity Series season.
Nicely done, man. Well done.
Let's go, rookie. Let's go, rookie.
And finishing second, one spot short, just a handful of feet short of a championship at what we thought at the time on that Thursday night was the greatest championship battle we've seen of all time. You had the eventual champion drive from a lap down to come back from over half a lap down and basically do it the hard way to catch this driver right here and beat him on pit strategy, and then they went at it door to door, lap after lap, fans on their feet. But at the end of it, this driver right here fell one spot short in a heartbreak of a finish. 2 points behind, but it wasn't for lack of effort. In an incredible season, with the second most wins of 5, he led the series in poles with 10, 29 total playoff points. The driver of the 08. Please welcome to the stand, Story Square.
Story.
Now you ain't clapping because of Story.
Boo! Oh, wait.
Yeah, I don't have all the stats with me to know like which series I was the best in or worst in or anything like that. But I will say I probably had the most fun in the Xfinity series out of any of the series. Probably because I felt like it was probably my most difficult cars to run with. Yeah, second. I mean, that's way better than what I did last season. So I exceeded my expectations a lot. I do wish I could have got that championship, and I knew it was going to come down to me and Mystic, because I know he's really good there. Yeah, it was a hard-fought battle. Nothing dirty. It was just hard, clean racing, and he got the better of me.
Please give your applause once again for Story Square, second in the Xfinity Series.
Good job, Story.
Good job.
And now to our Cup Series. Finishing fourth, the rookie once again, the only rookie to make the playoffs once again. And what a season he had this time in the Cup Series. No pole positions, but 2 wins. 2 stage wins, a total of 8 playoff points. And just proved why he did what he did and turned heads every single week. Fourth in the Cup Series, but man, he had a shot there to win it there in the last lap, which like everyone else did in that hectic, frantic, chaotic, whatever word you want to choose, battle on that last lap. But at the end of it, he was the last one. Please welcome to the stand, fourth in the 2023 NASCAR Cup Series Championship fight, Adam Dabbs.
Hit him, Adam.
Go, Adam. Let's go, Adam.
That's Adam Dabbs finishing fourth in the Cup Series season. Congratulations, Adam.
Oh, nicely done.
Finishing third in the championship fight, this driver, absolute heartbreak. He made it 1 year ago. Wasn't in contention, as a connection issue took him out of it. But he made all 3 of them last year. This is the only one he made in 2023. He came so close, went for the strategy, threw all of his chips in the middle of the table, was so close, and when we mean so close, we mean so close. And a last lap, it looked like a bunch of cats running out of water. Like, it was unbelievable to watch that last lap battle. At the end of it, he fell 2 spots short, the closest he's ever been to a championship fight, and you could just hear it post-race. But he had nothing to be down about, as he knew he had progress to build on. 2 spots short, winless. The only thing he won all year was one stage, and it came in the Cup Series. So he wasn't supposed to be there. But he got thrown in, and man, did he about complete the miracle story. Finishing third, driving the number 47. Please welcome to the stand, Trey.
Let's go, Trey!
Team Trey, man, we're on board.
I guess thanks to everybody who supported me this year. That's all I can say, really. This year's been up and down. Wasn't planning to. Again, if you told me I was gonna make a Final Four this year, and you told me it was in Cup Series, I would have laughed in your face. Cup wasn't more focused on Cup this year. Was more focused on the Truck Series, as that's was one of the series was looking forward to. But again, cards couldn't fall into place to where need to be, but the Cup Series just did, and like you said, heartbreak last year. It didn't look like we was in contention, but we were until the connection problems last year. This year didn't really have that same emotion. Again, we weren't supposed to be there. We was like, again, we were just a man filling in. So again, didn't put a lot of effort into it as we should have, just because we weren't expecting to go out there to race for a title. But for all that it was worth for us to be, we didn't have the fastest car compared out of the 3. We were the slowest out of the 4. And when that last stint came in that race, we, like I said, threw everything at the wall and see if it stuck. Just wish we had at least we just hope the race ended a lap shorter. We might be standing here as champions, not another disappointment towards a championship as fighting for it, because we didn't have high hopes, but until those last 5 to 10 laps, it got saying like it had got to in our minds that we may steal a title, and to come a lap, 4 corners, half a mile away. It hurts. It hurt. This one, I told myself, I said in the press conference race, I thought last year, the year before, Final Four hurt. This one hurts more. Again, being that this is probably the last year I run Cup, and we'll be focused probably for Trucks and Xfinity. Maybe this will give us some motivation to go race for a title there. So, can't thank the guys that's been here with me this whole season. This year's been rough for me personally. Didn't run a lot of the races like I wanted to this year, but still made noise. Got a win in the Truck Series. Still at least getting 1 win a year. That's good enough for us in the shop. I want to thank the teammates, all the guys here who support me, and Mystic, who puts on these races every week, who deals with a bunch of BS every week. Going into next year, taking on a more bigger role, helping on the Truck Series and everything. We're going to focus on that, make Truck Series one of the best Truck Series we have, and move forward.
Y'all give it up for Trey, finishing
Well
third
said,
in
man.
the NASCAR Cup Series.
Well said. Absolutely.
The runner-up to the NASCAR Cup Series championship, it came by mere inches. A bump and run, if you will. We've never seen a bump and run to win a championship until the last corner move at Phoenix. And some loved it, some hated it. This driver was the dominant one in 2021, winning the Cup title and the Truck title. Well, he was looking to join an elite group, winning multiple Cup titles, but he fell just 1 spot short. While the competition has vastly increased since that 2021 championship run, he got a taste of what it's like to run in a competitive field. with 5 wins, 4 poles, 9 stage wins, and a total of 24 playoff points. And just 1 spot short of a championship. Not a bad season by any means. That driver finishing 1 spot short, the number 24. He's not here tonight to accept his award, but please give a round of applause to Jay Wood.
And the crowd goes wild.
At this time, I would like to recognize our 2023 Sunoco Rookie of the Year. This driver claimed the Rookie of the Year in all 3 NASCAR series. We'll take a quick look at his stats real fast. In the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, he did go winless. 1 stage wins. Only rookie to make the playoffs, as we mentioned. And he finished 6th in the final standings. In the NASCAR Xfinity Series, 3 wins, 3 stage wins, 12 playoff points earned. And he was the 4th rookie to ever make the championship 4 in his season debut. And he finished 3rd, as we talked to him earlier. In the Cup Series, also made the Final 4. He had 2 wins, 2 stage wins, and 8 playoff points. I hope he's ready to talk. He's been nervous all night. Please welcome the 2023 Sunoco Rookie of the Year in the NASCAR Truck, Xfinity, and Cup Series. It's Adam Dabbs.
Nice job.
Adam, woohoo!
Nice job, buddy. Well done.
Rookie.
R-O-Y. R-O-Y. No.
Y'all give a hand to the 2023 Sunoco Rookie of the Year, Adam Dabbs.
Congratulations. Well deserved, buddy.
No sophomore slumps for you.
No, buddy. Go strong.
At this time, I would like to recognize our 2023 NASCAR champions. In the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, this driver had 5 wins, 9 poles, 8 stage wins, and 24 starts. His first ever championship earned was in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. He also was the champion in the NASCAR Cup Series with 6 wins, 11 poles, 12 stage wins, and 31 starts. That was his second championship. A total of 11 wins, 21 poles, 20 stage wins, and 55 races. Please welcome, and joining me, the driver who had a stellar year, 2 out of 3 championships, joined elite company. He was the Rookie of the Year in 2022. He's now a 2-time champion, Christian Barnes. You know him as Story Square.
Nice job, buddy. Well done. Hard work, well deserved. Good job, buddy.
Man, what a year. Yeah, at the start of the year, if you would have told me that I'd win 2 out of 3, holy crap. Yeah, I don't know what to really say. I mean, winning the Truck Series championship, I thought that was about as good as it can get. And then I kind of got a wake-up call with the Xfinity, and I was like, wow, well, the Truck Series, hey, I got one. That's, something. And then I got the Cup Series. And, yeah, I think that was probably the most I've been happy and celebrating about a NASCAR win. So I just want to thank Mystic for, holding these all together, making me have probably the most fun I've had online since I was a kid, Yeah. And I do want to apologize to Jay Wood. I know that he and probably a few others think that my move was a little too much. And I do apologize for that. I know he'll probably never race me the same again. And I don't blame him. I do apologize for that, but I had to go for it. Yeah, I don't know really what else to say. Thank you guys.
We are the champions.
Give a round of applause
And then
for our
good job,
2023 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series and Cup Series champion, Story Square.
Nice job, Story.
Good job, Story.
We have one more NASCAR champion to crown, and then we do have a few more additional awards to give away. We do have a special announcement after all has completed, so don't run off. We have a pretty big announcement that we're going to unveil. NASCAR Xfinity Series champion. This driver was the first ever, we mean first ever, champion to go winless in Mystic Racing League history. The old Matt Crafton. 0 wins, 3 poles, 3 stage wins, and 3 playoff points. 0 wins, what a lot of people are going to look at. In a series he didn't even sign up full time because he is a professional athlete. He does not plan on making the Xfinity Series full time, but he ran barely just enough races to be playoff eligible, and he kind of snickered his way in to the final 8. And then, due to a penalty by another competitor, he got into the final 4 with a strong run at Martinsville. And then, it set sail from there. After a mistake by a monitor glitch, wasn't his issue, set him back a lap down halfway through the race. And he had to fight and fight and fight with caution with 50 to go, put him on the lead lap, and he had to do it the hard way. That was the final caution of the race. He ran the leaders all the way down the hard way, and the final pit stop got him right in front of the leader, and it was on from there with 20 to go. And he had to race the race of his life to get that championship. Please welcome your 2023 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion, you know him well, S4G Mystic, to the stand.
Woo! Good Mystic! He's mystical!
What a year it was. Like I said earlier tonight, I thought if I was going to have a shot at any championship this year, it would have been in the Truck Series, but we all know how that went. He just an error. But the mistake on another competitor's end got us in the championship. We weren't even supposed to be there, kind of like with a few others. They had to get put in there due to just mishaps and whatnot. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes you have some imperfections. But as for the season, it wasn't a great season. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it was not the best season. We did not run a lot of the races, and when we did, it was just a lot of mistakes. But I think for all 3 series during the playoffs, we really hit on it. We ran really good in the trucks at Atlanta. We won the Cup race at Atlanta, even though that really didn't mean anything. And you know, we ran good in about everything, so we got hot at the right time. And the playoffs, the way it's generated now, if you can get hot at the right time, that's all that matters. And we was just fortunate enough to do that. The race was pretty stressful. We had a mistake. We didn't have a mistake. Our monitor cut out right at halfway, and that really put us in a ditch. We had to fight, and I knew we had a good car. We had a really good long run car, and I knew it was going to be on. We was going to have to race Story really hard, and he raced me good. We bumped doors a few times, but I did what I had to do, and we just had to race hard for it. You know, I wasn't going to put him in the wall like he did Jay Wood. But in all seriousness, it was a really fun season, and I tell people this all the time, and I said it earlier, and I'm sure a lot of people say it. Listen, it's an okay cakewalk to win a championship on the NASCAR side of Mystic Racing League, and if you don't believe me, please come run one full season and just see for yourself. I thought I was going to run my league forever and never win a NASCAR championship. Some people will say, you know, I won this championship by a penalty, and yes, you're right. I shouldn't have been in the championship for, but I won it. What can I say? I won it. Okay? So, I mean, if you win, you win. If you win by a penalty in a sports game, you win by a penalty. So, but this stuff is not getting any easier. It's very hard to win in my league, okay? I'm not saying my league is the greatest, but it's very, very hard, okay? Very hard. So if you think you can come over here and win, please do it. And that's not directed towards anyone. I'm just saying these guys are good. I'll never be as fast as these guys. Story Square is a lot better than I am, so I obviously felt really good beating him. So nobody is a Story Square wide open, a Jay Wood, even Kime. Those guys are super good, man, and you have to be on your A game to run with those guys. So I'm very blessed that we done it this year. I don't know if I'll ever do it again. I'm very happy with my INDYCAR title, and I'll stay over there. So, but I'm very thankful for these guys, and they're a lot of fun to race with. So thank you very much. We'll celebrate, and look forward to 2024.
Well done, buddy.
That felt a little directed.
Before we wrap up tonight's show, we're going on 2 hours. We do have a few additional awards to give away. We still have to give away most popular driver, don't we?
Yes, sir.
Let's see, who would that be? I believe we have about 3 or 4 more awards to give away, and then we have an announcement. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Let's talk about our 2023 Speed Sport Driver of the Year. This driver was unstoppable this year. This driver was unstoppable last year. Yes, this driver has won championship. He has made 6 Final Fours in his 2 years. Yes, that's correct. But has just been on an absolute tear. I wouldn't say he's a fan favorite now, but this driver, you can't deny he is super talented, man. And no matter what he is signed up for, Truck, Xfinity Cup, I think he could go boat racing, and he's a favorite. And it's just unbelievable the talent that this young man has. But we're very fortunate to have him as part of our league. We hope to have him back in 2024. And this season, there was a reason why he won the most races in 2 out of the 3 series. He ended this season with 27 wins across the 3 NASCAR series, 18 poles, 47 total stage wins, and he won this award last year as well. He is not here tonight to accept this award, but he is the winner of this award for the 2nd straight year. Please join me in congratulating Wide Open as our 2023 Driver of the Year, presented by Speed Sport.
Go Wide!
Oh, Canada.
Oh, blame Canada.
The next awards. We have Legacy Award. Now, this one got me a little teared up. What is a Legacy Award? Well, it's like it says. Legacy, I know Mystic Racing League has only been going on 4 years, but most leagues out there, they run 10, 15 race schedules and they start a new one. So our 4 years is their 20 years. That makes sense. So, we've been going a long time. We've ran just over 800 races in Mystic Racing League history. That's a lot of races. And for one guy to be there for the majority of those races is saying a lot. This young gentleman has been a huge part of Mystic Racing League's history and growth. And there's no telling what path Mystic Racing League would be on if it wasn't for his guidance and direction. He has ran every year in Mystic Racing League as a driver, and starting in late 2020, early 2021, we did have him as an admin. He was our technical coordinator, and he was my right-hand wingman. And he has since, in September, yes. Well, actually, late July, I would say, or August, August. I'll get it right here in a minute. In August, he has semi-retired from league racing due to health concerns. But if I could explain all the things that this gentleman has done for Mystic Racing League, I would be writing a book. I would be here all night. For those of you that have just come onto the scene, you may not know as much. For those of you that have been around here for year after year after year, you guys know a little bit more. This guy has done a lot of the dirty work behind the scenes that a lot of you guys don't ever know about. He has helped me more than words can explain. He's not only a friend, he's a brother. He's a family member, like a lot of you guys are. But this guy really helped me, because when I couldn't do it all on my own, he really stepped up to the plate, even when he didn't want to. And I cannot thank him enough. The Legacy Award presents not only that, but it presents friendship, sportsmanship, and everything in between. The Legacy Award doesn't have to be presented every single year. It can have years off. It can be passed around whenever it wants to be passed around. That's what the Legacy Award is going to be about. So, I am honored to present the first ever Legacy Award to a driver that a lot of you guys know, a friend that a lot of you guys know. You still see him around once in a while. It's no other than Phoenix.
Go, Professor!
Alright, we're getting up on the end of this thing here. Most popular driver. This is where everyone stayed for, right? Who thinks they're popular in Mystic Racing League? This is good, huh? You guys in the stream, let me know who you think the most popular driver is. You guys in here, who do you think won most popular driver? Alright, there was 18 drivers eligible for most popular driver, and those were the 18 drivers that ran enough races either in World of Outlaws, NASCAR, or INDYCAR. Okay? You had to run X amount of races to be eligible. It just wasn't available to anyone. Well, we had 46 people vote. We had 222 total votes. Finishing 5th with 18 votes, 14.75% of the votes, coming in 5th, Kime Time.
I don't know, say thank you or boo.
Good job, Kime. You deserve it.
All right. Finishing 4th with 19 votes, 15.57% of the votes. Your 2023 NASCAR champion in the Trucks and Cup, it's Story Square.
Oh.
Let's go, Story?
People actually like me that much?
Wait. Crap, Jay would want it. Okay, I give up.
It's going to get good. Everyone's waking up now.
I could have expected that one.
Finishing 3rd with also 19 votes, 15.57%. It is Trey.
What one?
Trey!
All right. This is going to get good. It's going to get good.
be your last pick.
All right. Finishing 2nd with 23 votes, 18.85% of the total votes, Chad.
Go, Chad?
Coach? Chad.
Chad, where were you in your vote?
All right. We got the top 4 out of the way. Who do you think won it? Who do you think won it?
It's either Phoenix
I will say
or Jaywood.
Sturdy won it in 2020 and 2021, I believe. Trey won it last year. Okay, Sturdy's not 2nd through 5th, so is it Sturdy?
I feel like it's Phoenix.
The winner of it won it by 1 vote.
I'm going to say watch it be an outlaw driver.
Alright. The winner of the 2023 most popular driver in Mystic Racing League with 24 votes, winning 19.67 of the votes. Whoever it is, you will give a speech here in just a second. It is Adam Dabbs.
Wow.
The
rookie! Sunoco Rookie of the Year and most popular driver. He becomes the first ever to win both in the same season. Congratulations, Adam.
Oh, I did have him as a pick.
Hey, we do have to ask you, do you have enough money to get home since you paid them all? Congratulations, Adam. You guys give a hand for the most popular drivers.
Oh, I can give you the 9 card next year. Do you want the 9 card cup next year?
Adam Dabbs, the most popular driver.
I am, though.
Alright, attention. Attention. Alright, do I have everyone's attention? We do have one more special announcement that we do have to make before we go. First off, let me thank you guys for being a huge part of this season. Mystic Racing League would not be at the level it would be at if it wasn't for you guys. And I seriously mean that. If you guys knew all the hard work, the blood, the sweat, the tears that goes on behind the closed doors to make everything happen. You know, it's from a driver, I don't mean this disrespectfully, but when you guys are driving and just racing, it's very easy to think about, this and that, why can't this happen? Why can't this happen? But us, we're operating 7 series. We're operating a dirt series with multiple divisions, operating INDYCAR, operating NASCAR that has 3 series. This coming season we'll have Formula One. We are working on one more league, which will probably be on Sundays. And yes, we do bring it upon ourselves, but still, we love racing that much. We love you guys that much. And we want to keep this going for as long as we can. 2023, we did announce early summer, late spring, that 2023 was going to be our last season, but because of my schedule. But since I love racing with you guys so much, I did change my mind. So just let that sink in for a minute. I love you guys so much. I want to race with you guys as long as I can. And next time you're calling someone an asshole and getting mad at someone, just think, we don't do this, we're not going to ever make a living off of this. We're doing this simply because we enjoy it. We want to have fun. So that's why we try to get as many people as we can. Just come have a good time. Come race. Come enjoy yourself. Okay? That's what it's all about. Yes, we all want to win. We all want to win every race. But it's not about that. I'm not trying to lecture you all night long. But as many of you guys know, I do work for NASCAR. Okay? I do travel a lot. If you guys race with me a lot, you should know this. As many of you guys probably know the Cars Tour by now. Okay, I work for Dale Earnhardt Jr., Kevin Harvick, Jeff Burton, and Justin Marks. So I do work for them. They own the Cars Tour. They are my bosses. Okay? The Cars Tour sponsor has been Solid Rock Carriers for the last 3 years. I'm trying to remember if it was 2 or 3. Solid Rock Carriers is no longer sponsoring the Cars Tour. Okay? Obviously with those 4 individuals owning the Cars Tour, we are now getting bigger and bigger and bigger, so we're going to get bigger sponsors. Solid Rock Carriers is now getting out of the real life racing world, if you will. Okay? So they're now just stepping aside. Well, I've been good friends with the owner of Solid Rock Carriers for a while, Kirk and Lynette Ipock. Okay? So, Kirk and Lynette Ipock have been really, really good friends of mine. So, we have talked for a while, and we have put something together for the future of 2024 to where we are no longer going to be Mystic Racing League. We are now going to be the Solid Rock Carriers Mystic Racing League in 2024, moving on. We are now going to pay $200 to win the NASCAR Custom Truck Series Championship, $350 to win the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship, and $500 to win the NASCAR Cup Series Championship. The Triple Truck Challenge program, the Dash for Cash program, and all the in-race bonuses that we do throughout the season will go up. Okay? Thanks to Solid Rock Carriers. We do have a league sponsor now. So it's no longer Mystic Racing League. It's now Solid Rock Carriers Mystic Racing League. So, you're welcome. That's all I have.
That is not what we thought.
But
they need to put some more zeros for that, Chad.
So,
yeah, when Chad said he was going to dominate the next season, I think he's definitely going to now.
But like this, the way it's structured is it is subject to change. So don't think if you win the championship or anything next year, that money is certain, because the deal says I have the right to change it. So if I want to give you $5, I can give you $5. If I want to give you $500, I can give you $500. But as of now, the deal is $200 for trucks, $350 for Xfinity, $500 for Cup. And it's up to me to what I want to pay, but we do have backing from Solid Rock Carriers. One more thing that we will add before everyone rushes off. This may be the coolest thing, okay? Mystic Racing League is bringing back the Motorsport Challenge. We did this in 2021. It really didn't catch anyone's attention, okay? Because everyone thinks I'm lying when I say this. But since we have a sponsor now, maybe you'll take me more serious. Any driver that can win the championship on NASCAR, all 3 NASCAR series. Okay. And I think we're running 4 dirt series. If you win all 3 NASCAR series and all 4 dirt series, you get a $500 bonus. Okay? You following me now? We will have an open wheel part of the Motorsport Challenge as well. If you win the championship on INDYCAR and Formula 1 both, you will get a $500 bonus. If you win a NASCAR championship, a dirt championship, and an open wheel championship, don't matter if it's Formula 1 or INDYCAR, 1, and 1, you'll get a $500 bonus. Any driver who wins every single championship out there, you will get $5,000 bonus from Solid Rock Carriers. Mic drop. So, which one of you guys will go after it? Good luck. That's all for Mystic Racing League. I'm not lying when I say that. Good luck. Thank you guys, and we are proud to have every single one of you guys a part of the Solid Rock Carriers Mystic Racing League in 2024. Thank you guys so much. If you have any questions, make sure to ask me, and I will help you out. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for tuning into the awards tonight, and until 2024, we'll see you then.
Holy shit.
That was a pretty good mic.
Oh.
What divisions are you
Mystic,
running?
thanks for putting it on.
Okay, so basically, if you win all 3 NASCAR championships, it doesn't really matter, at least for the bonus. You have to also win.